Hello, David Bradley from the Pet Room here. I have in front of me the machine. Oh, excuse me, that's a little squirrely. That I took the board out of that had the fuse troubles, and that I'm about to open up for a moment. Wait a second. Oh, right, okay. I thought I had the wrong machine because, of course, there was no baggie of things. I had taken the baggie out. What I'm going to do now, I think. Oh dear. You know what? I gotta move something here. I have here my vintage Commodore radio, which was not actually made by Commodore or anything to do with the Commodores that we know. I had it on the other night when we were suffering from an internet failure. It was tragic. Okay, so what I'm going to do, and I think this one will do this better, I'm going to lean this up against the wall. And it sits nicely. So the plan is, I don't want to have all kinds of boards around and lose track of what's what. So I'm going to take the pet board that I had out and that I tested the 6502 and the ROM chip with, and I'm going to put it in here, and I'm not going to screw it in. What is that wire? Oh, okay. I'm going to try to find the little plastic things that hold the board in place and line it up and get it secured on them. So it is secure. It's back in its original machine. Here's the hardware, which I will tuck inside and say, shaboom. Actually, maybe just for fun, even though it won't make any difference, just to make sure nothing gets doofed or crushed or sticking out, I'll plug things back in. I will. And now, it's easy for me to say I won't lose track of what it is that I've done here, but I will. So, not at this moment, because I don't see anything. Oh, well, wait a second. Wait just a second here. I could do this. Here I have some disc labels. And I could do some quick notes on here, but this is not really as good. Okay. Chips tested June 26, 2023. Board fails. Power supply fuse. There, now we'll see if this actually, after 40 years, if this has stickiness. So I'll put that on the bag. So I've sort of somewhat documented. I usually do much better than that, but anyway, it's just what I have handy. So, this 8032 board did not come up to live. It did not, which was sad, but you know, not unexpected. And I tested the 6502. I tested the ROM chip, which is the one that goes for the to make it an 8032. So it came up differently, but it's not switched. It's funny, you know, when I look at the board, there are these jumpers, 40 and 80, 40 and 80. There's just two of them. They're fairly hefty. They've actually got wires in them. So I guess the thing I need to do at some point, if I really want to test such things, is, oh no, there's more than that. down at the far end, right by the ROM chip, starting at I think it's U02. Or is that a 5? Or is that just a moment? It may be 7. Let me get my little light here. Okay, so might be a D. Right by UD7, which is the character ROM chip, and then UD8, UD9. There's all these things. There are. And there are 3 of them that are absolutely marked 40, 80. But there's also, there's other ones that aren't marked, but maybe they do need to switch as well. Because in between each one, or beside each one, are another one. I don't know. I just don't know. Anyway, I guess one of the ways you could make this a switchable thing would be to put switches in. But you'd still have to change the ROM. Anyway, I know there's this genius, Stephen Gray, who has come up with a way to do this, where it must have a multi-ROM thing, and you basically, I think you press Control C or Escape C, no, not C, 4 or 8, and it switches. It does. Anyway, right now, I'm just trying to figure out if boards work or not. Then we'll worry about the tinkering. Anyway, so this one is ready to go back to the floor. And then I'll grab something else and see what I can do. Anyway. Yes, just like in the medical profession, do no harm. So, thanks for coming. Stay tuned. We continue the work in the pet room. Bye for now.